I remember every detail. The date was December 23rd, 2016. The setting, the Security Council in New York. That was the day on which the shameful Security Council Resolution 2334 against Israel was adopted. Back then, I was seconded as an IDF officer to the UN Department of Peacekeeping Operations at UN headquarters in New York. There's a special place designated for UN staff officers on the main level of the Security Council floor, on the right-hand side if you're looking from above. I was seated there with other UN officers, and I remember establishing eye contact for a brief moment with the then US Ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Powers. She broke eye contact very quickly, and I immediately understood that the US was either going to approve or abstain from the vote, and that the resolution, the shameful Security Council Resolution 2334, was going to be adopted. I remember looking at the delegates sitting around the half-circle main table, and I looked at the staff officers who were sitting on the seats behind them, their assistants and deputies. I looked up towards the places where observer countries have their delegates, and the place was totally packed. Out of the 15 Security Council members, 14 voted in favor, and the US abstained, which means that the resolution was adopted because the US didn't use its veto powers. My most vivid memory, and perhaps what angered me the most, was the spontaneous applause and cheers from almost everyone in the room. The delegates, their assistants, UN staff, media, representatives of other member states, everybody got on their feet and cheered as if they had just solved climate change, cured cancer, and found a sustainable source of energy for the future of humankind. To me, as an Israeli, it was absurd that the UN would call, amongst other places, the Western Wall Plaza that we refer to as the Kotel as occupied territory and illegal under international law. This is a place where Jews have worshipped for millennia, and it is close to the most sacred ground in the Jewish faith. I was also appalled by what I felt was an American betrayal, grounded in an ego contest between President Obama and Prime Minister Netanyahu over who got to say the last word. I believe that the State of Israel has the right to live within secure and defendable borders, like any other nation, and that the land of Israel is first and foremost the homeland of the people of Israel. As such, Israel needs to be strong, maintain a mighty and deterring military, possess the intelligence and capabilities to thwart any threat against its national security, while constantly aspiring to fortify its position in the region through political agreements and diplomacy. The IDSF promotes the long-term and sustainable national security of the State of Israel through research, political outreach, and education in Israel and in select Western countries. We need to establish our borders, cement our security, and continue to lay the foundations for our country to prosper for generations to come. The enabler for all of that is security and an understanding amongst Israelis and foreigners alike that we are here to stay, to prosper, and to be a force for good in our ancestral homeland.